I'm Eric Shirey with Movie Geek Feed, and we're here at Dallas Comic-Con 12 with Tom Jane, who most people know from The Punisher, Deep Blue Sea, The Mist, and Mutant Chronicles. Tom, tell us a little bit about the Mutant Chronicles. Is it being theatrically released or going straight to DVD as rumored?
Mutant Chronicles comes out April. End of April, I think. Magnolia Films is putting it out. I think they're doing video-on-demand release that coincides with the theatrical release through Landmark Films. So we're excited about it. It's been theatrical in Europe, but because we had trouble finding a distributor, it took so long finding a distributor, you'd see, the rumors start about how it's going to go to DVD.
Right.
So that's what that was about. It's a tough market, man. The movie's pretty good. It's a tough market these days. Spend, I don't know, $20 million on a P&A campaign. Studios are thinking twice about things that aren't a surefire thing. And the Mutant Chronicles is a little left-of-center science fiction film. The video-on-demand release is going to be the director's cut of the film. There's been a version of the film that's been leaked out on the internet, and fucking millions of people have seen it. And the version that they released overseas is also basically the unfinished version of the film. But the version that's going to be released in April is going to be the finished product, the film. So it's going to be a different version than the film that was leaked onto the internet, which is exciting. It's nice that the film's finally going to get out there in a form that the director wants it to be out there.
I was in the Comic Legends panel earlier, and you were there front and center, listening intently and taking pictures. But obviously, you appear at a lot of Comic-Cons and events like this all over. You seem to have a deep affection for the artists and creators in the comic world. Is there something a little more personal involved in your participation in these events?
I come to these things because guys like Bernie Wrightson and Bill Stout and Howard Chaykin and Joe Jesko are going to be there. And, the highlight of my weekend was that panel and getting to hear those guys talk about their careers and what inspired them and why they do what they do. Because those are the guys that inspire me as an artist to become an actor. I would have become an artist if I had the talent of the pen. I could draw. I was a good drawer. I did well with pen and ink. But I wasn't that good. I didn't have that special thing. But I admire. I have a deep love of graphic arts, and so those guys are my heroes. I reading the Warrens and the Creepies and the Eries and the Tales from the Crypts and the Xenozoic Tales and Twisted Tales and Alien Worlds of my youth. Those are the stories that inspire me to become a storyteller. I tell stories in movies, and now comic books that I've written a couple of comics, and gotten to work with some great artists like Bill Stout, and Bernie Wrightson, and Dave Stevens, and Mark Schultz, and others, James Daly, Tim Bradstreet.
Tell us a little bit about your comic venture, Raw Entertainment, and some of the other projects you're working on right now.
Raw Studios, I'm going to do a werewolf book next year called The Lycan, which I'm happy about. Todd Farmer, who wrote Alien Pig Farm, is writing the scripts. We're going to get, as usual, we're going to get some great artists to work on the book. It'll be a 6-issue miniseries, and I'm very, very excited about it because I love the story and the writing's really good. And we'll get some great art out of it. So we're doing that. We're also working on a screenplay called Devil's Commandos, which Todd Farmer is also writing, and based on an original idea by Tim Bradstreet. Bradstreet and I just did the movie poster for a movie called Give 'Em Hell Malone, which you can see a couple versions of over at his booth right now. We're excited about that. It comes out later on this year, and I'm doing a HBO series called Hung. high school basketball coach with a big schlong, and I'm finishing my directorial debut called Dark Country. So I'm wearing the T-shirt.
So who's in Dark Country?
Ron Perlman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ron Perlman's in it with me, and a wonderful actress named Lauren German.
What has she been in? I know that name.
Lauren German, she was in a couple of the slasher movies. I can't remember which ones, but she's a great actor. And this is her finest work in Dark Country. She's proven herself to be a hell of a lot more than just a pretty face. She's got some good chops, and she shows them off in the film. And I'm proud of the movie. It's an offbeat, strange little thriller in the vein of kind of like David Lynch meets Alfred Hitchcock. I'm very proud.
Okay.
It's a thriller, very much in the vein of an old Alfred Hitchcock movie or an old film noir. It's a thriller.
Okay.
And I'm excited about it.
Are you in it?
Yes, I directed and starred in the film. Yeah,
Who?
Written by Tab Murphy, terrific writer, and I did it for Sony.
Oh, wow.
Directed it for Sony, so yeah, it should come out later on this year.
Thanks, Tom, for coming out to this event and sharing with us. Be sure you catch the Mutant Chronicles in theaters soon.